Why did Ferrari put on the dreadful hard tyre in Hungary? Oh yes, we're back once again reflecting on another Ferrari strategy disaster class, and this time it's the Hungarian Grand Prix edition. Now this video will try and decipher the inner thoughts and workings of the Ferrari team. Why did they put on the white-walled hard tyre for Charles Leclerc's last stint? The truth is, I can't for the life of me understand a lot of the decisions that Ferrari made for the race. So here's the thing, it's a predicted two-stop strategy, right? Why would you start on the medium tyre on a gripless track after literally watching a Formula 2 race unfold earlier on that day where all the medium tyre runners got mugged by the soft tyre runners? That's my first irritation. You don't need to go on an alternate strategy to beat George Russell on pole. They're Ferrari, the fastest car around that track. Why both commit to a medium tyre strategy? Especially if you then have written down that you'll be putting on a hard tyre which had a delta of 1.4 seconds per lap slower to the softs. Surely, at the very least, they should have stuck one on softs and one on mediums if they really want to hedge their bets. But no, they committed to starting on the medium. But then you think, okay, run your own race and extend the two medium stints to enable a soft run at the end, which is exactly what it seemed Charles thought was happening when he said this in a Sky Sports F1 interview after the race. I was very comfortable with the medium and I wanted to go as long as possible with those tyres because the feeling was good. The problem is, it seemed as though Ferrari panicked to the undercut of Verstappen, who wasn't too far behind after starting P10 on the grid. But this is where the confidence in your driver has to be a factor. As I just mentioned, Charles said he felt good on the tyre, meaning that he was happy to extend the stint into potentially a window of then optimally sticking on the softs. But no, they brought Charles in to try and cover off Max, which was never going to happen. The tyre warm-up of the hards took over 10 laps, whereas Max Verstappen had just put on the mediums. Ferrari had to commit to their own strategy and what they knew as fastest, rather than blindly reacting to what their competitors were doing. The hard tyres were so bad, Max was able to get past Charles, 360 spin for the fans, and then pass him again. Not only this, the strategy was so bad that they then had to pit Leclerc for a third time to put on the softs. Can you hear the pain in my voice? I will say though, I think there's part of Charles that needs to be a bit more ruthless. I feel like he's a bit too nice with the team, potentially still very grateful that he drives for Ferrari and couldn't possibly go against their orders or say too much bad about them. Think about how many times Lewis Hamilton has overrode a strategy call from Mercedes because he felt good on a tyre, and how many times that actually won him a race. This is something I feel Leclerc needs to start implementing. Yeah, he shouldn't have to do it, but with how Ferrari has been this year with a few catastrophic strategy calls, it may be something he has to take into his own hands. So to answer the question at the start of the video, Ferrari seemed to have panicked. They tried to keep track position and pretty much rolled the dice that the hard tyre would be better on their car than what they saw on the Alpines and on Kevin Magnussen's Haas, where they were all struggling horribly. All the data pointed to do not put this tyre on. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes takes second in the Constructors this year. Ferrari's F175 will go down as the greatest car to not only not win the championship, but to finish third in the title. Not a record you want, but one I predict. There you have it, why Ferrari stuck on the awful hard tyre. Does Charles Leclerc need to look elsewhere to win a world title? Let us know in the comment section below.